Hey guys, this is Raven with the Regal Reptile, and Happy New Year. I know it's been about a week since New Year's, but anyway, Happy New Year. I hope your holidays were really good, despite all the stuff that's been going on. I have a video for you guys. I don't really know how interesting it's going to be because it's wintertime, and this is the first winter that almost all of my animals are actually sleeping like they're supposed to. So, but there's some really good things that are going to happen this year, and so I'll show you some of that cool stuff that we're working on. And I will do my best to show you some of the animals without disturbing them terribly. So first we'll do the animals. We have a Maxwell right there. This is his first winter actually sleeping. Usually, Maxwell, the bearded dragon, sleeps during the summer, and I chalked it up to everything is kind of backwards under the equator, so the summer for Australia is our winter and vice versa. But this year, he decided to sleep and hibernate this winter, and I'm very proud of him. I'm hoping that he will actually stay awake this summer because he sleeps through all the warm months. It is dark down here, but we have our adorable little leopard gecko Saturn peeking out at us. She eats constantly. She's nocturnal or crepuscular, which means she comes out at dawn and dusk and nighttime. So she is actually kind of chilling right now because it's daytime. What I want to do with her this year is get her a deep heat projector, which I will show you in just a minute, and maybe even some UV. They're not in desperate need of UV. You can have a healthy gecko, a leopard gecko, without it. But it is always good to provide your reptiles with UVB light. Unlike last year, Kelvin this year has decided to stay awake. I know it doesn't look like he's awake right now, but he tends to wake up around 8 o'clock and stay awake till about 12, and then goes right back to sleep. So he's definitely slowing down, but he's not really brumating, technically. So he still gets food. See if we can find him. Here he is. There he is. Hello, Kelvin. I'll put your hide back. I'll put your hide back. There you go. Boop, 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 boop. I was hoping he would go to sleep so I could add some plants to his big cage, and we still might do that. We do have a camouflage looking tarp that we're going to add all around the walls, which should make this look a lot less spaceshipy and a lot more jungly, so that would be cool. And I want to get him a misting system or some kind of fogger. That would be neat. He's got his two big old basking lights up there. I had to replace this fixture right there because it kept blowing my floodlights. And he's about to get a new UVB light because you got to replace the Arcadias eventually. And it's about time to replace his. One amazing thing we did this year was we built two really awesome snake cages. My father and I built them over the summer, and eventually we might build more, but Newton, the ball python, is down there, and Saturn, the corn snake, is in here. And we don't have lights for Newton yet, but we're going to work on it. But we do have something else really cool for Newton, and I'm going to show it to you right now. This is a deep heat projector from Arcadia, and what it does is it projects infrared A and B light. I just dropped it. We'll do a video about these, like dedicated to them, but it's a more natural light, and it's going to come from the top of the cage. I'm going to try and make it a catty corner kind of slant because of how short the cage is. And I'm going to put it on a dimmer so that we won't burn our snake. I can't put it in here yet until I get a cage, a metal cage to put around this, because snakes are notoriously curious, and I would hate to burn, for Newton to burn himself. So we're going to have to get a cage to put around it. But this is going to be super cool. This is one of the things I want to get, the leopard gecko, and if it turns out really well, we'll get one for Caldera up there as well. See if I can give you guys a decent look at Newton. He's usually in his hide. He's a good boy. He loves to eat. That's Newton. The animal we got this year, the brand new animal we got this year, was Mars, the crested gecko, and he cannot be found right now, but I'll put a picture up of him right here so you guys can see what he looks like. He started out in a smaller Exoterra cage as a baby, and now that he's grown much, much bigger, he has this new cage. I've actually had this Exoterra, it's a large one, for a long, long, long time, and put a bunch of plants in there. Nothing live, but we do have plans for this cage. I have a cool theme that we're going to use with it. And this is just a 50 watt little heat light, because they like it around 70, 76. You can overheat these geckos, but also they like it a little warmer than just room temperature, which right now for my house is 74. So now we're going to get to some really good stuff. Here we go. Okay, the good stuff is Ori, because everyone loves Ori. Ori, you going to look at us? Hi. Hi. Hello. So Ori's in a 20-gallon long, as everyone knows, but we recently just got this big boy. This is a 40-gallon breeder tank, and look at all this floor space. And we got an AquaClear 110 filter for it. Hang on the back filter. I may get a stand for it, and we may get Ori a much bigger tank. And I don't want to make any promises, but we may or may not get Ori some new friends as well, some new axolotl friends. You don't want to put mixed species in an axolotl tank, but you can co-have axolotls if they're adults in the same size. So we may be able to do that, so there might be more axolotls on the channel. Leave the video a like if you really want to see more axolotls on the channel. I will give a shout out to this chameleon cage. Unfortunately, I did really want to get a new chameleon this year after the passing of beautiful Galileo, but I am very pregnant now, and I'm going to have a new little one soon. So I didn't want to split my time between my new baby and trying to socialize a new baby chameleon, at least this year. So maybe, fingers crossed everybody, next year we will try to get a new chameleon, probably a new panther chameleon, because I just can't see myself without a chameleon. They're so wonderful. So I must tell you the stories and sad saga of this aquarium. This once was a big cichlid aquarium, and it had Mombana African cichlids in it. But it was already a really old tank, and this summer it started leaking. And it's sad because I got a brand new Fluval filter for it, a canister filter, which is awesome. And it was all ready. It looked so good. It was ready for new cichlids, because I've had cichlids for 5 years. I want some new ones now. So anyways, it started leaking. We had all kinds of shenanigans with the silicone of this tank. I think I told y'all about this in a previous video, but I was given the wrong silicone, which ended up killing it killed all my fish, which they weren't cichlids at the time, they were community fish, and a big orange blood parrot cichlid, which I loved very much, and he passed away, so goodbye, orange. So we resealed the aquarium with good silicone 100% silicone, and that seemed to work fine. So we finally filled the aquarium back up. We put the filter back together. We got the filter running. I washed everything. We got new aquarium sand and everything, just to make sure there weren't any leftover toxins from the silicone. And everything was working fine until Christmas Eve. My husband and I were talking on the sofa, just chilling out, and we hear what sounds like a shower. And we walk in, and the aquarium is raining water here. So my husband and I, he's amazing. He helped me every step of the way. Jumped up, got this bucket, started bailing water out with the Python hose and letting it drain out in the bucket. We got this thing emptied again. All the rocks and stuff are down in there. And I'm done with this tank. I'm going to offer it to somebody and just say, if you want to use it as a terrarium, that's fine, but it's not waterproof. I'm very done with this tank. It's way too old, I think. If you want to reseal, if somebody wanted to reseal the whole thing, like professionally, then you could use the glass panels. They're fine. They're water gauge. They can hold water, but I'm not going to do that. So, thankfully, the $1 per gallon sale was going on at Petco the same weekend that this happened. That week, right after New Year's, I think. And I was able to get this 50 gallon. It's the same, 55 gallon, excuse me. Same size and everything. And also that's where I got the 40 gallon long. So that's awesome. Honestly, the seal in the aquarium could have failed at any moment. It could have started raining while we were asleep or not at the house. The fact we were sitting on the sofa right there is just incredible, and I count it as an incredible blessing from God that we were right there, and that happened. We were able to fix it. We did not want 55 gallons of water on our wooden floor. So soon, now that I finally got all the rocks and stuff out of this tank here, I'm going to wipe all the sand out of it soon, and hopefully this weekend we'll swap it with the new tank, which is brand new and it shouldn't leak. And we will we'll refill it, put everything back in it for the 3rd time in a year, and hopefully soon we will start to stock it with cichlids. And last but not least, for the corn snake's cage, we are working on a regal reptile background. It's going to cover all 3 sides, and it's going to be kind of cliff sides and some ancient ruins that she can climb through. Things like that. It's still in the white foam stage of construction, but once that's done, we're going to paint it, grout it. It's going to look good. I'm going to try and get some footage of like building some of this stuff, because that's kind of what the Regal Reptile was supposed to be in the beginning, and it became a reptile channel, because it's kind of hard to work on this and get some footage at the same time. But I have a tripod now. I should be able to do that. But anyway, this is a pretty big project. I'm hoping to get this done before I deliver my child. So, I hope you guys enjoy that. This isn't going to be the color palette for this for the background for the corn snake, but this is what a finished background looks like. This is the Mayan ruins. There's a little Mayan pyramid. This is for a 10-gallon enclosure. You know, if you want to put a cool emperor scorpion or something in there, that'd be neat. Tarantula would be cool. But it's hard, it's painted, and it's water sealed. So we're going to do that kind of thing with Caldera's background. So those are some of the goals I have for at least the short term this year. And hopefully I can upload videos. I know I say this quite often. I upload videos more frequently. But anyways, I hope you had a wonderful holiday. I hope you had a great New Year's. Spend this year, you know, loving each other. And hopefully this year will be better than 2020. And I can't wait to start doing videos about the new aquarium setups and everything like that. I hope you guys enjoy that kind of stuff, and maybe, just maybe, we might get a couple more axolotls of different colors. So, everybody have an excellent rest of your weekend. You are so cute. Yes, you are. And leave a like for Ori. Leave a comment if you have any suggestions or questions. I love your comments. I love them so much. I love to answer questions. I love to read your suggestions and take them to heart and research them and things like that. And if you would like to subscribe to become part of our Regal family, I realized I think we've passed 600 subscribers now. But once we get up to 1,000, we'll have a community board, I think, and we can do like questions, and I can leave comments and announcements and things like that. So I'm really excited about that. So if you guys aren't subscribed, I would love it if you guys would subscribe. I think I'll do another big Q&A thing, or maybe certain number of facts about myself after the next 100 subscribers. That would be fun. Anyway, guys, have a wonderful day. See y'all.